Let's lower the brush size. For this one, I'm using another reference for. I love the like contorted gesture that they have in this picture where it's like a perfectly angular wrist movement, even though it looks totally weird. When we put it in like a cleaner line, it's gonna look pretty cool. So this lady's haircut would be kind of like something like that. And then she's gonna have a, so maybe for these two fingers we will actually change this slightly. The concept for this picture is based on a chapter, one of my favorite sci-fi concepts in this book, where as their society starts breaking down, these cults start forming, and they're all really interesting, concepts behind them. And this one is the cult of the ticklers, and they're just like interested in tickling people. They don't really go into it that much, but it's just like an interesting idea. So this is just going to be a picture of a lady with like a feather. The cult of the ticklers. Okay, compositionally that kind of works. So let's make a picture. I love the color scheme on this one picture. I might use that. It's like a golden tone for this lady. In the picture, it's a man and a woman sort of like in sequence. They're like both sitting there next to each other, but compositionally I think it still works. It is a pretty strong composition with the two of them, like staggered next to each other, but I think this works still. There's just something about Art Deco design. It's so clean, it's so striking when it's done well, that I really want to try and emulate. So for this stuff, we're still not really trying very hard to make this like 100% what it's going to be, but we just want to rough in the colors and make any changes to the composition that we think we might need. Let's actually make this slightly smaller too. So let's exaggerate the thumb so that it is separated from the body. I like this kind of like particular hand gesture. It reminds me of like a maybe like a Tex Avery cartoon or something. Okay, so I would like to give her some kind of other adornment as well. Maybe, okay, we'll add that in a second. First of all, there's a really cool sort of like accent color that I'd like to try to capture. Very heavily pulling from the original image's composition for this. Let's make this more reddish. Love that. Cool. Yeah. Obviously you can see it's kind of chunky, the way that the lines are not straight, but that's all stuff that in the final we're really gonna obviously work really hard to get on point. There's no point doing it now, you know, making that kind of thing work right now. Okay, so let's do the haircut that we wanted to give her. So I think like something like that. Then we can cut into this line to make it very sharp, which is another Art Deco thing. Like there's a lot of, we're going to be using a lot of selections in our final one where it's like we're going to have really sharp edges on everything like that. Okay, so we're going to keep going with this, but I got to be somewhere, so let's call this one for now, and we'll continue with it next time. Thanks for joining. I'll see you on the next one.